way I'm not distracted looking at the phone.
Right.
And you can kind of, what do they call that? Answer the question. He's a producer.
Good.
Now, but what do
Come on over.
If you're fucking,
No, you can interrupt anytime. Come on. Just, yeah. It's no big deal. We'll do it where we got a nice little
I'll
background.
be behind the camera.
Hey, no. You can sit right here with us, Martin. Okay, we got plenty of room, dude.
I feel like the cops on. I'm talking to the cops. Where were you on the night of?
All right, guys, we're getting ready to set up here. Let me get my beer.
turn the sound down.
Docktails.
I didn't talk about this as much, so people can see it afterwards.
It's a nice picture.
Yeah.
Water in the background flowing out.
Yep. Hey guys, we're getting set up here, going live. Me and Marty, we're sitting here. We got our producer Rich in the background. He'll be straighten y'all up. We turn you around and say, "Hey, Rich."
Hey guys.
Y'all know Rich. You've seen him on all of our videos. Let's try to get this.
We're getting high tech now. We got a producer in the back.
Yeah, man.
Jack Parker from Utah.
All right, Utah. Okay. Y'all say hey. We'll get when you come in. Damn, I'm crooked again. Hang on. I'm trying to get you. We're trying to get you. Also, the sunset's gonna go behind us. Nice.
Yeah. It's all right. We got a front coming through the next couple of days, so that's affecting our travels. That's going to be par for the course, I think, for the foreseeable future.
That's good. Yeah. Hey guys, hit like real quick. That helps for people to see that we're live. So go ahead and hit that real quick. I got it. That's next. I'm gonna leave it just so you can see it. Hello and welcome. Merry Christmas. I don't think neither one of us have been live since.
No. I mean, since you and I did something together,
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yep. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, which we're really pumped. New Year is really close here.
Starting to get butterflies a little bit.
Yep, it is.
A little bit.
It's right at the moment. So the way we're going to do it is we're going to talk for a minute. We got some things to talk about, and then Rich will start calling out some questions at the end. You can go ahead and put your questions up, but it's kind of distracting whenever you're trying to listen to the questions when you're trying to talk. So we'll talk real quick, but we did that. Hit that like button, if you will. Lord, who's that throwing up a culture, lifestyle, and travel? All right, super chat. We appreciate any super chats. Hey, and we're about to be over there, Culture. He's on the East Coast over near. I always forget, but
East Coast. I'm 10 days away, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, maybe longer because again, there's weather system. I think it's over Texas tomorrow, and then it's going to work out its way here. It's going to bring some big winds, and it's nothing we can't really plow through. But why?
Well,
that's
we've been saying we were trying to leave on the 1st, but that was simply a goal. Just so you had a date, but we are only going to move based on weather. We're not going to be crazy. Some of these people try to move in bad weather.
correct.
That's no fun.
No, and it's dangerous.
It's
you know?
dangerous, very
and,
dangerous.
We're still at a point where we need more time. I could use an extra day or two to make sure I got all my stuff.
I know I could.
Yep.
He's way ahead of me because
Oh, yeah.
he's been working on his since.
Yeah, but again, once I jump
a little
off,
bit.
that's the end.
Yeah, and
for
then I'll
me,
start catching up with him.
I mean, we're on the East Coast. Mike is still just as far from his boat then from his home
Right.
as he is now from his home. So like when I leave the dock, that's it. I'm not looking back. So
Yeah.
I had to be ready earlier,
Yeah.
and I've been provisioning. I think if I add one more can of beans or something to my to my boat, it might frickin' sink. But maybe not that close. But yeah, another couple days is actually welcome.
There's always something that you look at that you can do.
And I mean, I'm plugged in right now to shore power. So at night, I've got the heater going, and it's relatively quiet, even when the heater is on. It kicks on. I hear it kick on, and it keeps the boat nice and cozy. It kicks on every, I don't know, 5 minutes, you know?
We should talk about temperature because y'all can't feel it, but what is it? Mid 70s right
Beautiful,
now. It is
beautiful now.
beautiful.
Yes.
If it hangs like that, although he's saying that cold front's coming, that's probably what, Sunday?
Sure. I mean, if you wake up and it's 50 degrees
Yeah, that's cold.
around your bed, it's
Yeah.
so much for sleeping without clothes on. Or you have a generator running, in which case the heat is on, but it's noisy. So yes, I've got a couple extra days left before we jump off, or before I jump off from where I've been for a few years. When that happens, we're going to be much more susceptible to weather, I think. You know. So
Yeah. Florida
take-
weather, we call it bipolar.
Yeah.
One day it'll be.
Yeah. You know
freaking-
what? I was talking to some friends in Montreal that work for Pelican, and a few days ago, maybe a week ago now, it was warmer in Montreal, Canada,
Yeah.
than it was here in Tampa, Florida.
Crazy.
So I think I finally got a little tiny sympathy from them, you know?
Yeah.
Marty, I'm sorry, but it's going to be warmer. It's going to be 60 here and 30 there. And they wanted me to test a boat for them where I had to get in the water and kind of swim around. And I'm like, dudes, you know I love you, but oh my, I did it. I put my wetsuit on.
Yep.
I did.
Cool.
I got in the water just the other day.
So just to say, we're trying now we're just watching the weather, and it looks like that front Sunday-ish is pushing through. So Monday or Tuesday, I would guess Tuesday, because usually you need a day for it to settle down, and then we'll get a following wind heading down the coast, because
Yeah.
you know we're going to be on the west coast going down, and we're going to
heading
cross.
south.
We're heading south.
Yeah, and the
to
next
go
couple
north.
of days, the wind is going to be going north,
Yeah, and we
right
don't
in
want
our
to fight
face.
that.
And you don't want to beat into that. It's just unpleasant. And
Yeah.
like I said, you know.
And then we're turning and going into Okeechobee. Y'all know what I feel about Okeechobee. Got
Stay-
rocks in there.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's going
Stay
to be
in the
fun.
channel.
Stay in the channel. That's the key there.
What are you laughing at, Rich? I mean, our producer over there.
Keep the bananas
So,
on shore.
Yes. No
Oh, yeah,
bananas.
yeah, they don't want me to take bananas. What's
It's not
up?
the captain's fault.
Speaking of which, you gave me bananas. There's those little.
Oh, did you take them on the boat?
Yes.
Well,
Should
you
I
better get them all.
that's-
I don't know.
Did you?
I think if y'all follow me on Facebook, I got some banana trees in the yard, and I gave him some bananas.
When will they?
I
be
wasn't
ripe?
trying to sabotage.
Are they
it,
going to
but-
get you? No.
No, actually, you
They
know
don't get
what?
yellow.
The tree fell over, and so I don't
That's
know
another
if.
bad sign.
Yeah, I don't know if.
That's it. The trip's
Yeah, you
off.
better leave. You better leave these bananas with Rich.
No trip.
But so here's the funny thing is we don't know where we're gonna stay yet. We don't know where we're gonna be exactly. Exactly, we don't know. Although I didn't tell you, Titusville does have mooring balls.
Okay.
So we definitely want to get up to Titusville fairly quick because they shoot rockets over there,
Mm.
and we want to watch some of them from the boat. That's going to be really cool. It'd be good content.
Oh,
But so y'all know I have the Mug Club, and I'll talk more about it as we go forward. But it's going to be open to everybody for a while, probably the first crossing and whatever, and so that you kind of get to see what it is. But I'm going to try to shoot in the mornings. You can't guarantee it. You got, stuff's happening or whatever, but I'm going to try to each morning do a live, just, hey, this is where we are, show you what the weather looks like, and this is where we're trying to go.
Yep.
So at least you can sort of keep up with in the beginning, you know.
I'll be
So-
doing videos like that too, where I talk about destinations, where we're going to be. The destination is going to be short, I think.
Yeah, because it's going to take us a little bit of time. This is very new, and it's going to take us a little time to get our systems down. But talking about them destinations, we definitely going to give you heads up within a few days where we're going to be, so that and then we'll decide when the first meetup's coming, and you'll know way ahead of time.
What do you think? I mean, I picture, you travel, you stay at a place for one day, and then you travel to another place for another day. Ideally, we hole up at some place for a few days at least, so that people are there and they're like, man, you're right there in my backyard, but I'm working and I can't come see you. We should give people an opportunity.
Yeah.
Within a certain distance. So if you wanted to come see us, we'll be at a marina or close by, where you can take a boat or a kayak out and meet us.
Or we'll meet you at a city park, a park.
Yeah, within 20, 30
yeah,
miles, given, your destination. As long as you're along the ICW somewhere.
Yep. We're
I
going
think-
to make it easy to meet up. We're going to make it to where, And some meetups are just going to be simple. Some are just going to be like,
Some will be violent, you know, when somebody in the middle of the night is knocking on the boat, you know, hey, get him. No, we
Yeah.
don't want any.
Yeah.
We want nice, easy, during the day.
but we
Come
are
on out
planning
and
some
meet us.
bigger meetups, and he's got
Oh, yeah.
some cool stuff coming with that. But we'll talk more about that. Y'all stay tuned.
I see some of the questions. I see.
All right,
Is
start
Coors
popping
Light
off some of the
okay?
questions.
Yeah.
We'll let
Man,
Rich give
Scott.
us.
All right.
Hi, Marty, Paul. Yep.
Kayak 7 Seas, just hello to both.
All right, all right. He was just here.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all check out
Right
his
here.
channel, Kayak 7. Yeah, he was actually right here.
Yep.
He says SpaceX launches so far announced in January are January 4th and 14th
All right,
while you're in Titusville.
Nice.
nice.
Scott Wine, Coors Light, okay.
No. Bud Light.
Wait, Bud Light or Natural Light?
Yeah.
I'm a Natty Light guy.
Although
I'll drink that too in a heartbeat.
I've had a few people stop by my place recently and wish me well and bring me Bud Light. Thank you guys. Appreciate you.
Wait, before the next question, so let me tell you something real quick, and then we're going to talk about it more in detail. But we probably need a fuel buddy somewhere. Have you talked to the boy guy?
Just yeah,
Do we have
I've
him?
got 2 lined up.
Okay, there. We're going to talk about. I'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. We thought we might need one, but he's already got some lined up. So you'll see it on video, and then it'll make more sense to you.
Yep. Yeah, that's how we do that. I
Yeah.
think stopping for fuel is something that we want to do, and we're going to integrate that with meeting people.
Yeah.
So somebody comes out, we meet up with them, and we put them to work because we're going to be working too,
Yeah.
fueling up our boats. It's not going to be a simple go to a marina and just pump money out of our wallet into the boat.
We're going to show you a cool way of saving some money that we've.
Sure. I've got
come
a
up
couple hacks coming up. I've
Yeah.
got one for the thermocells to keep the bugs away, and
yeah,
my
yeah.
gosh, that's
Yep.
a good one. And then there's how to save money on fuel, and we'll be learning too. When we're out there,
One of our ways of the whole idea of this trip, a lot of people that are out doing it, they're maybe very rich. They can afford to drop thousands at a marina.
Yep.
Neither
A lot
one
of
of
people.
us. Yeah, a lot of people. Probably the vast majority that is doing the loop is that way. I'm certainly on a fireman, being a retired fireman, I'm not rich. So we're going to come up with some good ways to save some money, and we're going to show you.
I want to talk about maybe not now, but you came down the East Coast on a little boat, and I've heard the story in depth, and it's great. I mean, how long did it take you?
2 weeks from
2 weeks.
Connecticut but now that's running every day, which we're not going to do.
Correct, but still.
But yeah, 2 weeks in a smaller boat. I was just talking to actually Rich the other day about, I'm thinking the second loop, I'm going to be looking for a boat that size just to do it fast, which we've talked
like
about.
that guy that just went by.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we're 2 weeks, then we got
Yeah.
the whole loop done.
Yeah, but
That'd be ridiculous.
yeah, what you got, Rich? Any most important one?
Joseph Brumley, I know it's a long way off, but have you figured out which side of Lake Michigan you'll come down?
Joseph
Michigan
Brumley,
or
that's a
Wisconsin?
familiar name. We're
No.
planning on staying the American side.
Oh yeah.
So I think the path to stay out of Canada, and then no offense to my Canadian friends, but there's quarantining.
Yeah.
What do we do with the dogs? There's many things that we have to take into consideration.
We're live, y'all. There'll be a lot of that every time.
25 guys.
A little faster.
Yeah, whatever.
But we're going to go to Erie Canal, and no, we don't know all that, and we're going to rely on a lot of our followers to help with that. We have already had some make some videos telling us where some good places to stay.
I had one person that told me, they said if you're up in, I think it was Lake Michigan, they were running a marina, and they had slips where you pull in and there's bubbles in the water to keep it from freezing over. So in case you wanted to stay on the boat,
Not that
and it
kind
was
of cold.
freezing cold, and they wrap boats in cellophane and stuff to keep the heat in. Whew, there's some die-hard liveaboards up in the lakes, man, who do it.
So guys, just to let you know, our plan is to slowly work up the East Coast till about Charleston. And I've been inquiring with different people. Somewhere about March or April, we're going to actually be traveling in every day on the boats, like basically staying on the boats. And then we're going to get to somewhere near Long Island, where Marty and Rich and them's from that area, and we're going to winterize there. So we don't know where yet
Or how.
or how.
I don't know. I mean, you're gonna put antifreeze. You're gonna dribble it all over the boat and set it on fire or something. I don't know. I'm not sure that I might be wrong, but there's some sort of routine for winterizing boats that.
Yeah, but anybody that's got any good, cheap knowledge about that, let us know. We'll
know before we're there. I'm sure of it.
We will. But then we're going to leave it for a winter, and then 2022 we'll start from New York, so that we can go slow again and go up through the Erie Canal into the Great Lakes. The whole point is we don't want to rush. We don't want to run like everybody else does. So we're going to take our time. So.
And I mean, let's talk about the gorilla in the room. That the pandemic that's gripping the nation and stuff.
Yep.
That could affect us, and weather, of course. Those two things. We have to do what we have to do, and if hopefully by then the country's over it and we're moving on, and people are feeling better, and there's no more fear, and we can get back to New York. Because my mom lives in New York. She's telling me all the time. She's like, "What are you gonna do? Because they're not gonna let you in." I'm like, "What do you mean they're not gonna let me in?" And we'll see. We'll see what happens. When those days come, we'll be underway by then. Worst case scenario, we have to turn back and hole up for a little while until.
There are some unknowns though. We don't know.
Sure.
Exactly.
Sure.
We're confident we can get to North Carolina.
I was going to say Fort
DeSoto. yeah. We'll get down into the Tampa Bay for sure.
Yeah.
What you got, Rich?
Right.
Anything that we ain't covered? I know there are questions.
Marty is going to winterize his house. Then what?
Yes, that is that is a good question. Mike will come back to his home, and I will be leaving my home. I've heard some stories from people who jumped on trains, like freight trains, with their entire life in a rucksack. And every time I've ever heard stories like that, I'm enraptured in their tale. I can't believe that people would do such a thing. And I guess in a sense, the dogs and I are going to be doing that too. Yep. I'll be kind of putting my thumb out there, hopefully finding a ride with somebody back to Florida. There's some people here. One guy is in Ocala, and he's got a cabin in the woods. I would love to spend a few weeks with him. He goes hunting for dove and quail and things I've never done. And he's enthusiastic about it. He's like, "Dude, come down. I'll put you up." And I've heard a lot of invitations from people. A guy in Terracea, if I have to rent a house, I'll do that for a month. And just,
As in the great line in Titanic, be living on God's good graces.
Yes, pretty much. Living a vagabond life.
Don't know. That's cool.
I have no idea.
That's the cool thing about it.
Yeah, and it's exciting. I can't tell you how interesting it is to not have a clear path in front of you and not know which direction it's going to go. I'm really not afraid. I don't know if it's stupidity or bravery or whatever it is. It could be a mixture of both. So there's an answer for that.
What you got, Rich?
The Irish Celt, hi from Ireland.
Oh, wow.
All the way from Ireland.
All the way to Ireland.
My goodness.
All right.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah.
I know there's a when I watch the Kon-Tiki movie, they say skål, I think it is. In Norwegian, it means cheers. I would love to know what it is to say cheers in Gaelic or something.
That's funny, Ireland. I just wrote in the book last night a detective down there, fire investigator. His name's O'Brien, and he's a red-haired Irish detective.
You know how crazy it is, having read this guy's book, which I really loved. I'm not saying that, I like to fancy myself an honest guy, and if I didn't like it, I would tell you. But I really like this book, and Captain Ike, minus the M, I feel like I live with Captain Ike, his character in the book.
Hey,
a little bit.
Hey, so if Captain Ike is going up the East Coast and he's traveling with somebody, who would he be traveling with?
Gina.
Well.
Sorry, did I give it away?
I can't talk about Gina. But we'll talk more about that. I love having the subscribers give me ideas. But what's next? Hey, I'm gonna get a beer waiver.
Do it.
They'll stand by. Go ahead.
I'll hang by while Captain Ike goes for another natty light. Rich, any questions?
A lot of hellos.
lot
Chili
of-
Man, hey, Merry Christmas, Mike and Marty. Happy New Year. Adventures
Ike and
of Happy
Artie.
Hours. Captain Ike and Artie.
Ike and Artie.
Ike and Artie.
Yeah. Drop the M&M, and then it'll be Ike and Artie.
Ike and Artie. All right.
Scott
That's
Wyand
funny.
bought the book. Can't wait to read it.
Awesome. Hey, now we are, and we've been kicking it around. That brings a good idea. We are looking for good names for the combination of what we're doing. So y'all keep throwing names out there. You never know if yours will get used. But
I had a fan come by the other day. He does leather working, and
good point.
my goodness, there's the Great Loop. If you look at it on the map, it looks like the east coast of Florida with east coast of the United States with Florida and the east coast, and then it's truncated. It's not the whole United States. It's shortened because we're not going around the United States. We're going down the Mississippi. And if you look at it on the map, that outline, this guy embossed in leather for a logbook for me, so I can keep track of where I've been, what I've done. And in the center of it was the Kon-Tiki face from Thor Heyerdahl's expedition in '47.
We need to have that for next. We'll show it.
It would make such a great shirt.
Yeah.
What a great design. And I don't think I ever would have thought of something so cool.
Yeah.
So fans like yourself, throwing ideas out there for Mike and I is very important. It's, I think we're going to be giving inspiration and ideas and entertainment to people, but it's both ways. It definitely comes back. And
I look forward to that part of it, be honest with you, is their interaction. I mean, I love being on the water. That's cool. I mean, but be honest with you, I love taking people out on the boat more and meeting people and stuff like that. So that is just going to be awesome. Meeting up with different people from all over the country.
Yep.
It'll be unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for.
It'll be the beginning of a lot of great relationships.
Yeah.
I met Mike at Shell Point Marina because I decided to buy a boat. Like, I don't know what to do. And the boat didn't run. I didn't even know it at the time, but I found my way.
Yep. We worked through it.
Much thanks to you and a couple other kind folks that I met along that journey that I wouldn't have met if I didn't go out there and do it. So here we are. We're this close to the most interesting years of our lives, perhaps.
Hey, I've been looking forward to that trip Marty was talking about. I did in the anniversary to 9/11, so 2002. I've been trying to do this for that long.
Yeah.
So, like,
18 years.
once I did it, like that 2 weeks coming down, I was hooked. But now I'm finally. That's amazing. We're finally right there on the edge
You
of
got
going.
a slightly smaller, bigger boat.
Yeah, a little bigger boat, but that's cool. But what you got, Rich?
All right, Marty will remember this one. We just talked about it the other day. Krista Gonzalez. If you make it up to New Hampshire, you are more than welcome to stay with us. You were so welcoming to us during our vacation and bringing me back to the island for my flip-flops.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I remember that. That was a very impromptu boat ride. I think it was late in the day, and I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm going to close up the shop. And one of my renters, if memory serves, had left his flip-flops on Goat Island, so we jumped in the Bass Raider and went over there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I had so many good interactions like that with folks. The business has been great. My best friend growing up, I just texted him earlier, and he said when you come back, to New York, he's looking forward to it, and has been watching the videos, and good grief. Perhaps too many docktails going on here. My train of thought derailed
Go
there.
Our producer got to pick us up.
Yes, right. I
Stephen,
had a good point, but go ahead.
It'll come back.
Stephen says, hello, Mike and Marty from Charlotte, North Carolina. Really enjoy your guys' content.
All right.
Inspired me to get a kayak and get out fishing.
Nice.
That's a nice thing too, inspiring people to go out and follow their dreams and do fun stuff.
Yeah, we're really hoping we inspire a lot to do that.
My friend, it just came back because as far as inspiration, my friend who I was talking to today, he said, good for you. He says, you're the guy that, forgive my language, he says, you got the balls to do it, right? Again and again, meaning when I left New York, I gave up you know, a good job, and was followed adventure, which meant a new place to live, a new job. Everything was brand new. Even the weather, you know, the clouds and everything looked different down here. And it was something I'll never regret. And then it was, well, let me just quit my job and buy a boat and then start a business. And now it's to go on the Great Loop and head back to New York and kind of go full circle. And I wrote back to him. I said, man, it's Rolling Stone, man.
Yep.
Gather no moss.
Yep.
You know, write another chapter in your life. And
Boy, if this year has showed us anything, that life's not guaranteed, and man,
Absolutely.
you got to go. You got to do it.
Yeah.
In 2021, we're going to do it.
That's
Believe
the
that.
truth. That is the truth.
What you got, Rich?
Appalachian Wanderer Allen. Mike, I just finished Fire Aboard. Truly enjoyed the read. I hope this journey fuels ideas for many more sequels.
Fuels
Yeah.
the ideas.
Awesome, and it will.
Good words.
And it will. And on my channel, I'm going to do some stuff. I appreciate you buying the book. I really do. And y'all going to be a part of that. You're going to help with the storyline, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So the series I've been working on, and there's 2 or 3 more books in that, is the Fire and Arson Caribbean Venture series. Well, guess what the next series is? It's called the River series. And it goes up the East Coast, just exactly where we're going.
Mhm.
So a lot of the people that we meet, I'm looking for personalities to put in the book. So the exciting personalities, you know, they play well in writing. So
Yeah.
I really do appreciate that. And we'll talk more about it.
Yep, that's the truth.
Velocity 800, we watch you from Philippines.
Wow, Philippines. All right.
Beautiful water over there, maybe?
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, I've seen I follow a lot of selling channels, and they're all over the world. And
Mm-hmm.
that's some down the road goals, you know, after the loop. But I'm like, why go some other places when we got all of this right here?
You got to get rid of these gas guzzlers.
Yeah. We'll need a sailboat for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Burnett Moore, after you go up the East Coast, are you coming down the Mississippi?
Yes, we're not. I mean, most people think the Mississippi, but we'll actually come down to Tennessee Tombigbee Waterway. So if you look at that, it's east of the Mississippi. And the reason is the Mississippi is full of barge traffic. You are on it a short period of time. Plus, there's not many fuel stops. And that's not, you know, although we're doing things a little different, we don't need that exactly. But the Tennessee Tombigbee Waterway is definitely the way most cruisers go. And they
I
go
got a
up the
question.
Tennessee River.
How far south does that go?
That goes all the way to the Gulf of Mexico.
Really?
All the way.
Okay.
Yep.
So we don't have to get into the Mississippi.
It's just a little section
bit.
up like where Chicago is. I guess it's the Ohio, I think, River. And we'll have a section on the maps going to show you all of where we're going to be. But
See, I'm kind of learning too.
it comes out in Mobile versus over near Louisiana. So, yeah. Good.
Interesting.
But hey, and that does bring up a good point, that when you do this trip like this, not only will it do it for us, it's going to actually help y'all. You're going to really get geography in your head. Because I know when I did it, like I didn't really understand what the New York, when I was just talking to Rich about this, like how it looks until you see it. And then on the map, you kind of know exactly what it looks like and where you are. So
I'll tell you about New York. Is like a lot of the streets and the avenues are A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's a grid.
right,
And I would still get lost.
yeah.
So
No, I'm really looking
glad
forward to
he's with
having
me,
some
because I get
locals to show me around up
Yeah.
there, because I do want to go to New York. I just don't want to stay live there. Look at that sun. Look at that
Beautiful
sunset.
popping out.
Yep. That's
See,
what we were
we're going to
hoping
see a lot
for.
of those, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm looking forward to learning navigation myself.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not afraid to learn, and I know pretty much step by step.
Oh yeah, there's a ton to know.
We're going
ton
to be
learn.
silhouettes from now on. I gotta.
Might blow us out, but it's nice to see that. What you got, Rich?
I can make like balloon animals. You know. Sorry, I'm terrible at that.
Yankee Candle, is Virginia Beach one of your stops?
Yeah.
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 Definitely going up.
The big stops along the East Coast.
Yeah.
The points of interest, Atlantic City, and
And to be honest with you, we're relying on our followers. When we get close,
yes.
always remember, and Marty has an email, but definitely mine is Mike at michaeljsteen.com. I have a file just for people who want to meet up with us, and that's how we'll kind of determine where the bigger meetups are and what have you. But hey, meeting at a dock, that's as simple as pulling up and like a dock right here, just pulling up and docking. So that's why we're a big portion of this trip. So.
I've got some. There's been a lot of special people that I've met after buying a boat, starting a business, that have invited me into their homes. Preferably, of course, people who have docks. You know, if they tell us, you know, come on by and hang out, do laundry and stuff. I mean, it'd be so welcome. It'd be so helpful. And in return, of course, we take them on the boat and we share our life with them as they are sharing their homes with us.
So private docks are good.
Yes.
We will definitely stay at private docks.
Yeah.
It's a lot safer than staying on the hook. So if anybody's got private docks or what have you, our boats are being set up to stay on the hook most of the time. Yep. But yeah, we'd love meeting people and staying at private docks.
No doubt.
And
you know, just, I mean, if they know the local area, and it's like having guides along the way that are willing to come and hang out with us. And we bring them on the boat and we, you know, cook up some meals and stuff. And
super good point. And we'll be looking for recipes, local recipes. Y'all know I like to cook. I'll be doing a lot of that, but local recipes, I'll be reaching out to people for that.
I'll be eating sardines out of a can.
No, we'll talk about that later. Go ahead, Marie.
Chili Man, how many days until you guys leave?
About Monday or Tuesday, unless the weather just turns. We don't know exactly the day.
I imagine
there's
Monday.
a front. I think Tuesday, but we'll see.
Okay.
The only reason I'm saying is usually the weather's unstable after a day after the front comes through, but that's all I'm. But it's Monday or Tuesday. We're cutting out.
I think we got a tailwind on Monday, and our destination is only like 20 miles away.
Yeah.
So we could probably, you know, forge ahead and get down there. Although I wouldn't want to rush that. Fort DeSoto's a beautiful place.
Yeah, beautiful place. And the bay is big. It can build up some serious waves on you. You got to be careful.
Yep.
The bay is like 8 miles across and 30 miles long? Because it's 18 from here. So it's like 30 miles long.
Yeah. We get whitecaps here in the river. I mean.
So you know you're going to mount the bay.
Oh, yeah.
What you got, Rich?
After winterizing in Long Island next year, when do you plan to splash down again to continue?
As soon as they'll let us. Like, we'll be setting on ready.
Yeah. You know, I think that the winter next year is a big determining factor. If it's a very cold winter and the Hudson freezes over, we're stuck.
Yeah, we're like every other boater at that point. We're just waiting on the weather.
Yep.
I know the few guys that I follow and I talk to, they can't wait. They're just like waiting to get their boats to put in the water because they're up on the hard. Well, we're going to be the same way.
But, you know, if we stay out in Long Island, the water typically doesn't freeze over. As a kid, I remember going on party boats and they ran all year round. So, as long as the water's not freezing over, theoretically, I could stay on the boat the entire time.
Yeah, he's talking about staying on the boat, but I'm coming back to Florida in winter in Florida because, and you'll see why, that I got some good content coming up for kayaking. Like, it's beautiful here today, and this is the winter.
Yes.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I do want to come back. There's some trips that Mike's talking about that I want to be
you'll
part
see.
of.
We're going to do it's awesome, but go ahead.
Jay Hen, are you planning on staying at any location on the loop for more than a couple of days?
Yes.
Or do you plan on keep moving because we're burning daylight?
Yeah, no, we'll stay. Weather will probably force us.
Yeah.
So you got to remember the loop when we start next week, we're just getting the boats to the East Coast. And then we're going to slowly move them to South Carolina because we're waiting on weather.
Travel 2 days, stay for a week.
Yeah.
Travel 2 days, stay for 3 weeks. It could be like that.
Yeah, so I definitely want to stay at Merritt Island, St. Augustine, because that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Then like Savannah.
Isle of Palms.
Isle of Palms.
I'm going to see those big redfish that you guys get in the Carolinas.
The horses in Georgia out on
okay. I think I know what
the wild horses on can't call the name of that island. Anyways, there's all that stuff to see. So yeah, we don't want to hurry it.
No, not at all. Yeah, that's a big part of the trip. So
Yeah.
we need to hang out in some of these places.
So that brings up a good point. We are different than a lot of people that are doing the loop, in as we don't have a destination. The loop is the whole trip is what we're doing.
Yeah, no need
we
to
we
rush
actually don't know where we're coming back to. So who knows where them boats end up 2 years from now?
That's part of the allure of the trip.
Yeah, we don't know.
It's not just doing it.
We don't know.
And getting it over with.
Yep.
Like it's some chore that you're not looking forward to. No, this is something that,
Every day.
you know, you know what, the next 2 years will probably be amongst the most interesting years of our life.
Definitely.
Unless we
Yeah.
continue and we just keep pushing further and further. But even still, this is the most, I tell people who show up and they're kayakers and they don't know what they're doing and they seem apologetic, like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I wish I knew better how to fish or how to kayak. And I tell them this is the greatest time of your experience kayaking, because you don't know. You will learn every single time you go out. There'll be a new discovery, and that's where
'cause it
we'll
gets boring
be.
after a while.
Yes,
After,
it becomes mundane.
Becomes-
Yes. I've been there, I've done that. Our traveling, if it continues, might turn into that. So
Yeah.
this, I think, I have a good reason to believe that within the next couple of years, this will be the most interesting times
Definitely.
in our boating lives. Maybe our lives, period.
Yeah, it's true. What you got, Rick?
So,
EC Trucking. I'm hoping to see you come under the Surf City Bridge in North Carolina, north of Wilmington. I'm 3 miles from the bridge.
Yeah, and that brings a good point. We hope to see you, and we hope to have you up there taking pictures, because we're gonna really love to have like different views from
yeah.
people, from our followers, and that'll be really cool. And of
I
course,
think
we'll give you credit.
You know, we're gonna have a drone, and we're gonna have maybe
yeah.
2 drones and all kinds of opportunities. You can film my boat, I can film yours.
Yep.
That might not be as advantageous as actually meeting people and meeting up with them, driving in their cars and saying, "Hey, today, you know, we're hanging out with, you know, this person, that person."
I can see. I've
That's
thought
the
about.
footage.
I've thought about a whole video series of not a lot of videos, but just from our subscribers, the points of view from our subscribers.
Sure.
You know how when you give a camera to a kid or something and they go video what?
You get
I
video
want-
up their nose.
Yeah,
and-
yeah. So
picking
that's kind of
burgers.
interesting. That's a different way of seeing is seeing us from the outside. So it's
Mhm.
totally different than what we will do.
True.
So
Oh yeah.
Peter Trout says Cumberland Island for the wild
Cumberland
horses.
Island, very good, awesome, appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yep, Cumberland Island, wild horses. Everybody that goes by there gets stops and gets those videos, and we will too, no doubt about it.
Man, every time that sun sets, dude,
Yeah.
I think to myself, I got these many days left, you know, and ticking down.
We're gonna wrap it up here, y'all, in just a minute, but I'll give you a quick update on Good Times. I have the hard top up.
Mhm.
You'll see it very soon. Solar panels are there, and
It looks good.
Yeah, it's coming.
We were going to do it from there tonight, and I kind of threw a monkey wrench in that because I had some things going on here.
But
so
we'll have plenty of time to see that.
you will.
And then also, I'm working on my isinglass the next few days, but there is nothing really to stop us. There's nothing. I think we need to take his boat out probably tomorrow or something. There was some little issue we were looking at, but no, it's happening. It's happening whether.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I don't have I have to leave by second or something like that because I'm paid up. Yeah.
I mean, if it, you know, I
A
don't
day
think-
or so, they're not going to mind, but after that, I got to go. I got to get out of there.
tell them, you know, I'm going to drive the boat out there. That's where I keep my checkbook, and I'm going
Yeah.
to write the check for you,
Yeah.
and then you just leave and you don't come back.
Yeah.
It's very Blues Brothers.
We're going to do one more question, and then we're going to wrap it up.
This one's not a question, but maybe a good point. I don't know if you looked it up. The locks in New York don't open until May or June.
Wow,
so
I
you're
didn't
stuck
know
in the
that.
Hudson until then.
Wow.
Didn't know that. We appreciate this kind of information.
Oh,
Stuff
yeah.
that's that local knowledge. I didn't know that.
And I did not know either.
So May. So yeah. So we're talking about jumping off around April. So yeah. So right around May. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Because what I look very forward to the North Carolina area, the Outer Banks area, spending some times there. I remember that as a kid. I used to go up there a lot. South Carolina, because I'm from Columbia, South Carolina. Charleston, Myrtle Beach, Virginia, and I got family up there, and you'll see probably some of that. So I look forward to spending some time in that area. So we'll have plenty of time for, I guess, that happens. And then the whole Virginia area, and then Washington. We want to go into Washington, go up to
Maryland, and
Potomac.
Oh my God!
Oh yeah,
all the warships and stuff. And
yeah.
That's going to be a little nutty. I think it's going to be. It could be hectic and crazy, but
hopefully the virus is.
No, I mean, I just mean,
then,
as far as traffic is concerned, I like, I'm looking forward to finding anchorages that are completely abandoned,
Yeah.
where we're just there.
Yeah.
We may see it at Pelican Bay, maybe. There
Yeah.
could be some boats there.
Yeah, we're stopping at Pelican Bay where we went a few months ago
Mm-hmm.
on the way back. So, any more?
One more good point.
One more good point.
Adventures of Happy Hours.
Yes, he's Tommy. He did that video for us. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
This year, because of COVID, the locks didn't open until August.
What?
Wow.
Keep an eye on that.
See, we don't know. We
August?
don't know till we get there.
That's when the weather turns crazy, though.
Yes, because of COVID there.
Yeah, right.
But remember, last year COVID was new, so I'm hoping this year it's not only with having the.
Well, they found out through scientific experimentation that if you open up a lock, all of a sudden everybody gets COVID.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Thanks, Tommy. We're looking forward to seeing you up there. Tommy made a video for us. It's that channel name is hard for me to remember. I don't know why. Happy
as ours.
Happy-
As
Adventure
ours.
of Happy Hours. OURS.
Happy hours.
Adventure is.
I like happy hours. Is that what it is?
Happy hours?
Happy hours. No, his boat name is.
hours.
Damn, I have a hard time with that. I'm gonna learn it one of these days.
Yeah.
But
We'll get
yeah,
it right.
he's been
we will get it right.
He's got a new channel there, and he's been very
He's giving
helpful
us,
with
yeah.
us.
Oh, I watched the video that gave.
Looking forward to seeing you whenever we get up there. But all right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. You see that sunset? It's about done. Damn,
Happy
what time
hours.
is it?
Happy hours.
Happy hours.
OURS.
Do y'all ever say like happy hour, or is it just happy hours? Like our boat. I know it means that.
I don't
Happy
know.
hours.
Yeah, pick that up and
Yeah.
give me a cheers. You might.
Oh yeah. Hey, the next time y'all see us on any lives, we'll be on the water. So
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna talk to y'all soon. Looking forward to it. Appreciate all y'all's support, and talk to you later.
All right. Let's do it.